Hi, welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. While another movie has been announced that's going to be rebooted or have a sequel produced, which is going to have an all-female cast. And some people sort of panicked and said, oh, it's another cash grab and it's another lot of virtue signalling and agenda politics and all the rest of it being imposed on films. But in actual fact, I think this is going to be a really good thing. It's a franchise, a continuation or extension of the Oceans franchise. So Oceans 11, Oceans 12 and Oceans 13. Oceans 11 really was the best movie in that franchise. It's called Oceans 8, which makes me wonder whether it's a prequel. And it's got an all-female cast, and the reality is I think this is really going to work for a couple of reasons. Number one is that the Oceans franchise doesn't rely on a gender-based cast. As long as you have got a casino, a really complicated heist plot, and a group of thieves that have some good chemistry between them, you can make an Oceans movie. It doesn't need to even be the same actors. It doesn't need to be the same gender. There's sort of nothing about the property that means that it has to be tied to what has come previously. So I think it'll work in that regard. Secondly, the actresses that they've announced as being involved, they are not comedians. They are actually high-class, high-quality actresses, top shelf actresses, rather than comedic actresses or comedians. And so you've got actresses like Helena Bonham Carter, who's been announced, Cate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock. I think what we're going to see is the Oceans movies generally are really classy movies. And I think that what they're setting up here has the potential to be a really good addition to the franchise, which is better than the previous two sequels that came before it. And I think it's got all the hallmarks of people who understand what the franchise is, and they're not trying to impose an ideology on it. They're actually being faithful to the original material, which really does make the difference. It also doesn't feel like a dirty cash grab. Of course, they're going to try and make money. That's what movies are all about, trying to make money in the studio system is why movies are made. But this one doesn't feel like a cheap, sort of quick, messy cash grab like the new Ghostbusters one does. The other thing, too, is I think this movie has the potential to actually deliver a really good ensemble female comedy. We haven't seen that in a long time. We haven't seen a really good mainstream female ensemble comedy film. The last attempt was Bridesmaids, but I don't think Bridesmaids is a particularly good movie. Instead, it's just a group of female comedians telling dirty jokes and doing slapstick humor. So stupid stuff, falling over, getting hit in the head. And there's no real sophistication to that. It's not really particularly intelligent. Now, you might like that sort of thing. Great. But a really good, strong, classy female comedy movie, I think, has an intelligence to it and a particular intelligent bite to it that just puts it that class above other sorts of comedies. And I really like those kind of films. So I think there's huge potential for that. The only thing that could ruin this is a bad script or agenda-driven politics, trying to virtue signal, trying to put identity politics into the film and sort of smother it and that sort of stuff. If they do that, it won't work. But if they're true to those original formulas, then I think this is going to be a really good film, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.